Hi there people, welcome back to another update. Tonight we are taking a quick minute to look at Nokia. Honestly, it's been a very long time since we did have a look at this stock, but in the past 5 days we can see that Nokia's share price has gone for a price on Monday of about $4 all the way up to about $4.13. Again, it doesn't sound like too much, it isn't too much, but it is some green, which is fantastic. Again, if you've been holding Nokia since about the past month, you will know how much this is important because of course we saw these highs up here in about the $4.30 range before plummeting back down to where we were at these lows all the way down just at the $4 range, if not even touching the very high $3 range. So again, things did dip pretty low. They've been quite flat now for some time. We saw this initial hype in this stock as it kind of did get caught up in that short squeeze hype, as we all know and remember, but obviously it wasn't to last. This tree went down as fast as it went up, so obviously things were not to last, unfortunately. But now we are seeing a little bit of green on the charts. Again, if we're looking over to these interactive charts, we can see it isn't too much, but it is still a bit towards a green. Again, we have broken past the levels that we have previously seen, and we're almost coming back to these highs that we saw previously, which were just a little bit higher than where we currently are. So again, we saw a bit of a resistance at this level there, but unfortunately, we are coming close to it, and we definitely could start to rocket back up past this one, and I would love to see that happen. So yeah, let's start off by looking at the short interest for Nokia stock. Well, if we have a quick look on Fintel, we can see that short interest for this one was updated on the 9th of the 4th, so of course not very long ago at all. We can see short volume at about 6.3 million and market volume at about 45 million, ranking the short volume ratio at 14%. This is still quite a lot. It's quite a lot of short interest, and honestly it kind of does make sense as to why. Now, people are still talking about a short squeeze with Nokia potentially. Again, I think this one isn't impossible, but I think for short squeezes, a lot of the time, we need a lot more hype than what we are getting right now with Nokia. I mean, if we look back to GME or even AMC, look at how much it took for their share price to increase before we even got anywhere close to a short squeeze. So that is the thing that we need to remember. So I wouldn't rule this one completely off the table because, after this past year, we've literally seen that almost anything is possible in the stock market. But I would not be looking for this one for a short squeeze anytime soon. That is just my personal opinions. But yeah, one thing that I do find interesting is that this news that we do have from the Wall Street Journal. This came out back in last month, and we can see it talks about the fact that Nokia are looking to cut up to 10,000 jobs to offset their 5G investment. So this will drop the workforce by about 11% in their latest restructuring plan. So if we do have a quick read of this article, basically they'll be reducing as many as 11% of workers and save around $700 million in the process. And the whole purpose of this is to, offset their increased investment in research and development amongst other areas. Now this is important. I think this is really what we need for Nokia. I mean, yeah, it's very unfortunate that these people have lost their jobs, don't get me wrong, but I think a restructure was needed for Nokia. Now I don't think we are going to see anything come out of this anytime soon, not very quickly at least, because if this restructure is successful, we do still have some time to see the benefits of this. But the reality of Nokia is that whilst the business model is in theory decent, we do have some unfortunate things to talk about. Back last year, we had the potential of almost losing a major Verizon contract, and we actually have had a lot of contracts be on the brink of being lost, if not even lost, if I am correct. So again, we are seeing some things right here where Nokia does kind of need to up its game. One thing which I also find important is the amount of 5G market share that Nokia does have. Now, back in 2019, they had about a quarter of 5G market share. It dropped by about 2 or 3%, in 2020 from 2019. So it was actually going down. So you can see right here, 5G is obviously a growing market. It's a very, it's a very advanced market, and it is going to be growing going forwards into the future as it is adopted by more and more people going forwards. But if Nokia is losing more of their 5G market sector, it doesn't really put them in a great place to take advantage of this 5G boom. So I think what we really do need from Nokia is a bit of that restructuring. I think this definitely could be a smart move long term if it does pay off. I mean, overall, it is quite hard to say where we are with Nokia at the moment. Would I buy the stock currently? I mean, I would buy this one if I was looking to hold it long term. As we have seen in the past week, yes, Nokia does have potential to grow, but even when it does increase by a large amount, you know, certainly by like 1 or 2% in a day, sometimes a bit more than that if we are lucky, but again, we don't really see much growth with Nokia. So would I buy it? I would buy it. I definitely would buy it as a portfolio diversifier. I wouldn't expect massive gains from it. I wouldn't expect very large gains at all. I would treat this as more of a stable growth stock. I mean, Nokia has a market cap of about 23.5 billion. Obviously, they've been around for a very long time now, and they do specialize in 5G. Regardless of how much market share they have at the moment, it does look like they are trying to restructure the business in a way which is going to help them grow going forwards. I think if this is successful, we could reap the rewards in the share price in the next few years. So ultimately, Nokia, would I buy it? I definitely would personally. I wouldn't buy too much of it because I don't see the huge growth potential short term, but I do think that it could be a decent one to add to your portfolio if you're looking to hold it for the next 5 to 10 years. As far as share price is concerned, if you were looking to get into Nokia anyway, I think I'm very happy that this one is picking itself back up. Personally, I would wait a day or two to see what this one does in the early part of next week. If this one does remain quite flat, or even, perhaps get past these levels that we have seen previously, I'd be more than happy to buy Nokia, or at least, see it as a decent buy point. If it doesn't, if we continue to go down, I definitely would be a bit apprehensive. Now, if we were looking to see the lows, I would like to see lows similar to what we have seen previously. We do seem to be hitting a level down here around the $4 range. So I think $4 is definitely a great point to buy the dip in my personal opinion, based on what we have been seeing. And again, if we can break past these previous highs, get to some new highs in the next week, I think we're in a very fantastic standpoint, and it would be a groundbreaking moment for Nokia in terms of share price, because we have been stuck below this level for quite a significant amount of time there. Of course, we did break past it for only 3 days here before coming back down, quite a lot. So I would like to see us be able to hopefully break past this previous high and, continue to see growth going forwards for Nokia, because we have been very flat for some time. So what I'm trying to say in this video, and trying to make it as quick as possible, I think the company does have potential, don't get me wrong, but I would not be expecting big gains very quickly. I think Nokia, if you're looking to buy it, is a stock that you probably add a small amount to your portfolio for and just use it as a diversifier. As you know, whilst the company does have potential and 5G is a growing industry, it is a bit uncertain for Nokia's future at the moment and if they will actually be able to turn the business round. That's just my personal thoughts based on what we have been seeing this week. I am still happy that it is up though, and I do hope it does continue to rise going forwards into next week. So again, if you do want to see another video on Nokia, another one will be coming very soon. I know this one was very quick, but I tried to make it as detailed as I could in a short amount of time. It was all just my opinion though, and obviously not financial advice, so please do remember that. I will see you all again very, very soon for another update, so see you into next week. Don't forget to press that subscribe button and feel free to click any of the videos which are about to come onto your screen.